Hello.
Hello and
Hey everyone.
Welcome.
welcome to episode 88 of the Sometimes Something podcast.
88 Rising. Let's
88.
go.
88.
Yeah.
Almost
It's
at
the
100.
lucky number. Yeah.
Yeah. Calvin's away again today, working very hard on our episode 100. He's spending a lot of time on it, so it's going to be
Yep.
great when it happens, and it's here. Big surprise show for episode 100, so make sure you tune in 12
I'm actually really
weeks.
excited for number 100. It'll be the one of the only things that have been consistent in my life.
Wow.
And this hasn't
Oh,
even
boy.
been consistent. We've taken big breaks. We've started
Yes.
over like 5 times.
Colton, you finished your short film. All right.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
your film out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
if we don't want to jump into chat spots right about now, I do have some news about that actually.
Okay,
Sure,
hit
let's
us
hear
with the
it.
news.
I got a weird email out of the blue, and at
All
first I
right.
thought it was just spam, but it was actually a distribution deal for the short film that I did.
Oh,
And I was like,
Okay.
oh, okay. It's actually here. I could show it to you guys.
you just give us the
Paste what they
details.
wrote. But yeah, it's basically as there was a short film festival that I submitted to, but I kind of most of them were a lot of them are online, and they kind of you don't know to the extent of how much they actually provide showcasing your film to people because you're kind of like it's all online. You're kind of like okay,
Yeah.
some people saw it or whatever.
Right.
You feel like you're just wasting money. But this place, I actually do remember they're the ones who had like a review video of people actually talking about after watching the film and talking about it.
Oh, that's
I was
cool.
like, oh, it's super sweet. Couldn't watch it because you feel I don't know if y'all feel this, but like secondhand embarrassment when people compliment you. I don't know. Maybe that's
I think that's the universe. Oh, I mean, I feel
Yeah,
it too, I
yeah.
should say.
imposter syndrome kind
Yeah.
of just creeping in. But yeah, in any case, they're the ones that did that. And it was like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 people that reviewed the film. And it was really sweet.
Nice.
But then, yeah, they have this uh, website where they actually submit, or people submit their films, and then they can actually have them streamed. It's on Fire Stick TV and the iPhone. Wait,
You're
hold
gonna
on.
be on the Fire Stick.
Yeah,
Wow.
on the Fire
I've
Stick
heard that
Old
and
before.
Bezos.
Oh, that's what it is, right?
That's the Amazon. Yeah.
then there's something else also related to Apple, but it wasn't Apple itself. It was like iPhone something. I have to find it.
Interesting.
iPhonevids.tv.
Probably.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, or it's you download it on your phone in the in the app store. Okay, it's just their app store,
Oh.
and it's also just on the Fire Stick TV is their app. Oh, okay. But then
Cool.
I get to submit it, and then I have the full ownership rights, full authority. I can leave it anytime I want. So I'm like, okay, well, might as well just do that.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
fun.
just
Yeah,
kind of out of
yeah.
the blue because I was like 2 3 years ago, 2 years at this point. So
It'd be
that's kind of neat.
interesting if they give you like analytics on that kind of thing, like, hey, your
Yeah,
short film's
yeah.
been
That's
watched
true. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I'll ask about
Mhm.
20 times this year or month or week.
that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. If you want to hear more about that later.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah, have
Yeah,
to keep us updated
that
on
was
that.
that was neat.
That's pretty cool.
I'll see what does
Congrats.
better because I want to. Thanks. I'm gonna showcase the short on YouTube and see how that does,
Oh yeah.
and then yeah,
So is that like allowed then?
yeah. There's
If
something
you're
in the contract because they have like a little distribution agreement, and it doesn't say that
right.
there's anything that's negating me from uploading it anywhere else.
It's pretty much they just want to put it
Oh
on
yeah,
their platform.
yeah. Said owner has
Gotcha.
full rights to showcase any other streaming service, internet, social platform, or television network. There you
Nice.
go.
Is
Cool.
this like it's not a paid thing, right? They just kind of want it on their platform.
Yeah, they just want it on their platform. I'm not getting money,
Yeah.
which
Still
is
cool.
fair.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. We'll have to check it out. Let us know when it's out there and we can
Yeah,
bring it up on
Wild
the
Sound distribution. Wild
Alright.
Sound.
Cool.
Wild sound.
Keep an eye out
Cool.
for Ecosphere. Is that what it was called?
Eosphere.
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 Yeah.
Nice.
Ecosphere is the sequel.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking
Very
of
good.
Ecosphere, let's try to visualize some cool shots, some ideas for past
How is that?
project.
Speaking of sphere,
I don't know.
Yeah.
we tried.
Let's look at some cool shots.
Let's
God damn
look at
it.
some cool shots.
Let's get some silhouettes.
Yes. Yes. All right. I will go first. I
Yep.
finally watched. Do you guys know what this is? It's something I watched recently that I mentioned in chat. Kari, you know what this one is?
Toy Story 2.
This is
This
Toy
is Toy Story 3?
3. Yes, Kari is right. This is the garbage
Yeah.
compactor scene when all the toys are about to die.
Right.
No, this is There Will Be
Spoilers.
Blood.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
which I've never seen until just this last weekend.
What'd you think?
I've actually haven't seen it either.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I liked it quite a bit.
It's classic for sure.
Yeah, lots of pretty shots too, but this like scene in particular was very visually like quite cool with that just the massive fire blowing pretty much all night, and then like the cool like the flaring, or like it looks like a vignette, but I'm assuming it's like some kind of flare because it's just perfectly around, but it's like the bright red. It's just very cool. And then yeah, obviously all these cool silhouettes and shapes.
Did they use film for this? 'Cause I'm curious
pretty
how they
sure.
would expose. Yeah. Oh damn. I wonder how
I'm
exposing
pretty
for that.
sure.
would be.
It had a filmy vibe to it. I would guess it would be film, but I could be wrong. But yeah, definitely
Yeah.
a good film, and especially like a lot of like scenes and stuff where like maybe not a lot is happening, but you're always invested in, or like almost tense about what's happening. They definitely keep you engaged the whole way, even though there might just be I mean, there's not like a lot of action scenes in this movie, but it feels like a lot of tense.
It's always tense. Yeah.
Yeah, you should check it out, Kari.
Yeah.
Apparently, there was another.
check it out.
That's a little tidbit. Paul Dano was the
Mhm.
supporting role in the movie. Apparently, there was someone else that was actually playing that character before
Oh.
he took the role, and I think it was something to do with like he was just acting against Daniel Day-Lewis and thought, "I can't do this. You're too good." I think he got intimidated,
Oh,
so they had
wow.
to recast him. Yeah,
Really?
That's
let me bring that up.
Wouldn't you just be inspired and like get more excited to be like, oh, I gotta give this my all, not be like,
Wait,
"Oh,
was it
fuck
like not his decision, or like?
I'll quickly confirm that as we look at other shots, but yeah, I think
Okay.
I was
Interesting.
reading about that after I finished this.
Yeah, that'd be like us
Well,
like going into dailies and being like, oh my god, that guy's like, I quit, guys. Like that's just way cooler. That's
Yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. I wonder if there's more to that.
yeah.
While he's looking for it though, Cade, the one I brought is from Lion.
Okay.
Very good film. Only reason I kind of impulsively pasted this shot in after looking at your shot too.
Yep.
What would you say? It's a little. What would you say a silhouette? What is the most common reason to have a silhouette in a shot? What do you say? As far as to tell the story, yeah. What is the? Because we can go looks pretty, logic, but like more often from films you've seen, what kind of what do you think? What are you thinking?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's like kind of, if I'm thinking of silhouette, maybe like the ones I'm picturing in my head are kind of more like the ones I brought, where you see like a character like almost like looking at something. It's almost like to get almost to make you see what the person's seeing, and also like maybe like the scale of something in front of them.
Yeah. Okay. Selling scale. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably. Yeah, that's actually a really good answer. I think.
What would you
And
say?
even. Honestly, it's something I'm still thinking about. It's a pulse question, right?
Yeah.
But but even with my shot below too, where you see shots like this, it's not really. There's nothing really out there, and you don't even really see the character.
Yeah. So what's
it-
the point?
It's so it's but it's still nice. Is it yeah.
Yeah, I
don't
guess
know.
there's probably like a different, like there's probably definitely not just like one answer, especially for like these
Yeah,
two, where
for
they're,
sure.
completely different shots. Like maybe yours is something about him feeling invisible or something on the plane or whatever. Like you can't really see him or something. Nobody notices him. I don't know what this movie's about really, so I don't really know. But yeah. What about you, Colton? Any silhouette thoughts?
I love silhouette thought shots in general. I think that they play well. Mr. Blanking on his name right now. Oh my gosh. Blade Runner 2049 cinematographer, 1918.
Oh,
Uh,
Greg Fraser.
no,
Oh wait,
the
that's not. Oh, yeah.
oh my gosh,
Roger Deakins.
yes, Roger Deakins. Yeah, he always plays with those. Predominantly because it's kind of like oh, actually it was in a recent film that you watched, the No Country for Old Men,
Oh yeah.
where a lot of
Yeah.
shots. It was predominantly the hotel sequence where they
Mhm.
had oh, I don't think I mentioned this actually the time that we were talking about it, but there was a specific shot where the lamp was on the ground. It was knocked over,
Oh yeah,
and it
yeah,
actually
yeah.
cast such a harsh light so that you would gain this it would actually be used kind of like as the light source. I don't think it was exactly it, or if it was emphasized to be the key light in the scene,
Mm.
and would cast these super large or long shadows along with the the headlights in the car. So you get these beautiful shadows playing, and so all this great contrast and a lot of silhouettes. So yeah, 100%. I'm a big fan for that. I guess that's an example of it being used really well.
Yeah.
And it's just
Yeah.
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 In the end, it's kind of oh, there's so many. I'll bring that up, but I actually want to see if I can add them to our shot spot maybe next week. Because I have a lot of just photography that I found that I really loved. I went to actually I think it was the MoMA in New York,
Oh yeah.
and just going along a lot of museums. And in the end, it's still film. So
Yeah, yeah.
and every frame's a painting. So I definitely try to add those and talk about them because a lot of them use are just black and white photography and
Mm.
have a lot of uses.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good question, Perry.
Yeah,
Definitely I'll think about that next time I see more silhouette shots like
Yeah.
in action, being like,
yeah,
what is
Start
the
thinking
point
about
of
like
this?
why it's there. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Very cool. Very cool.
It's good.
Did you find anything about that actor, Colton?
Yeah, I did. So I know who the previous actor was.
Okay.
Here it is. It's that Daniel Day-Lewis had a year to prepare for the role, but Paul Dano just had 4 days to prepare.
Oh wow.
Because 2 weeks in the shoots, the other actor who's playing him, well, the role of Eli Sunday, was Kel O'Neill. I'm not sure who he is. Was intimidated by Day-Lewis's immersive methods. So it may not just be like, oh, he was
Oh.
intimidated by the acting. It could also be because he was a method actor
Yeah.
and he
Okay.
gets like really invested into the role. So I can
Interesting.
understand why that might have been a little,
The dynamic didn't work there.
yeah, the dynamic, yeah,
Mm,
probably wasn't as particularly
interesting.
intimidating. But
Oh wow.
I
yeah, some,
wonder.
That's so.
I wonder now too. So go ahead. Go ahead, kid.
I just looking at. I don't know if this is the right Kel O'Neill, but he's not in many things. Like this would have been the biggest
yeah,
thing he's in. So
yeah. Could
weird.
also be just one of those things. I mean, he's directing stuff now. He made a
Mhm.
short, so could be,
Oh,
still affiliated with wanting to act or wanting to be in film, but just
yep.
yeah.
Interesting.
Or regardless, yeah. I mean, the three-time award-winning Oscar actor who's regarded as you know, a savant in his craft. I mean,
Mm.
I can understand why it could be intimidating. So, still, for Paul Dano to prepare in 4 days, that's a testament to his part. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he does really good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, on that note of method acting, I
Mm,
wonder how common that is now. Because we know the legends that do that.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
like, let's say you're a new up and coming actor. Dude, I
Mm.
wonder if there's a little bit of a barrier of like people taking you seriously
Oh,
before
I see.
you
Yeah.
you because if
Oh, like
you
you
know what I
get
mean,
hired
like a,
for
Yeah.
yeah, it's
some
like your first
sitcom and you're
gig.
like, yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you like wait until you're you're popular and then you start method acting, or do you
Yeah.
kind of like just or people get mad at you? I wonder what that dynamic is. There's probably a lot of people
Yeah.
that method act that shouldn't when
Uh,
they're starting out. I can
Probably,
imagine.
yeah.
Trying to think of some. But I remember Robert Pattinson had a good quote on method acting, where it's kind of like it's a what was it?
Yeah, I feel like you never hear good things from other
he's
people.
quoted. I'm always saying people who do method acting. You only ever see people who do the method. And they're playing assholes.
That's true.
You never see someone
Uh,
being lovely to everyone while they're really deep in character. Okay. So it's like, oh, you want to just throw your weight around on set and you use that as an excuse kind of thing. Instead of, being in character still, but actually
Right.
that's
interesting.
actually, you know what? This is a great point that everyone gets about the Joker wrong in the Dark Knight. What's his name?
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger wasn't method acting. A lot of the back like the myth or whatever, there's like pictures of him skateboarding on set, just like goofing around
Oh yeah.
and like chatting between sets. So it's like you could have an amazing career defining role. You don't have to be an asshole or whatever. So it's like, yeah, I definitely
Do people
agree
think
with that.
that's like the only way or something? I
I don't
never
know.
heard that as
It
a.
could be like an excuse. It's actually,
Mm,
here's the photo of him on his skateboard, just goofing around.
silly.
Right. Yeah. I've never seen this.
That's something the Joker would do, though, right? Like
Like
that's
he could have
definitely in
done this
character
in
still.
character. Yeah.
Yeah. I could. This is a frame.
But yeah, I'm curious if you would try to pull that. Do you think Timothy Chalamet could pull that off now? I mean, he's pretty
Pull off what? The Joker?
no trying to do like method acting now.
Isn't he already good? Was he?
He's
I
good, but
mean,
like you're asking of like, oh, how long into your career do you think you could
oh,
kind of?
Timothy could do whatever he wants now. I'm
Yeah.
sure. What are you talking about? He could.
I'm just
I,
curious, like, well,
I was. I
what
was
movie do you think he
thinking.
could have?
I was. Oh, at what point? I mean, I don't know his full career, so. But like, I'm
Yeah,
talking about like it's your first. You are trying to
yeah.
get roles as an actor, but that's like your way. That's just how you've
Oh, that's how
learned.
you're.
You know
Oh,
what I
I
mean? But
see. I
like
see.
you're
Okay,
trying to break in, but on
right.
your first role for like Oreo commercial, right? So that's why I mean like what if there's people doing that at that level?
Right.
There probably is a lot.
I,
And they're
I
probably
would
not getting far.
Yeah.
yeah, it was because it's probably that dynamic probably is not. You kind of
Oh,
have to
100%. Yeah.
choose your
that
battles.
that it kind of sounds like that kind of person would like think that they're much better than they are, maybe, where they're like,
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
and then they not doing well.
So yeah, there's always like the stereotype of a lot of actors being incredibly self-centered and self-conscious. So
Oh yeah.
insecurities can pile up, and then they have to portray something other than themselves. So I can see why it could be used as like a coping mechanism for sure. To like, oh, I'm not myself acting; I'm the actual actor, the
Right.
character itself. So I can see that as an argument, but yeah, if you're being an asshole to people on set, then
Yeah.
that ain't it, Chief.
Yeah.
Indeed. Indeed.
Oh boy. What else?
I'm curious about, speaking of shitty things happening lately,
Oh boy.
when Pokemon cards are
Oh.
going down. Ken and I were talking about this. It's unprecedented this day and age. ETBs, Pokemon, like, okay, what's happened right now is like a new wave of scalpers and people who are trying to flip Pokemon cards and have had Discord chats leaked of them purposefully trying to pump and dump cards. So it's like we got the crypto boys, we got the crypto guys,
If it's a
basically using.
market, all those
Sorry,
people. I said if
we
it's a
just
market,
have.
people will do
I
it.
mean, it is a market, but it's definitely it's evolved. I think worse in like honestly like the last year, and I don't know what really
It's just
changed either.
it was like during like was it like whenever the Pauls got into Pokemon cards during like that
I
That was
time.
like the
remember
first
that.
wave for sure,
That's
and
what
it
it's just
seemed
built
to taper it out.
since then, I think.
Oh, okay,
'Cause I kind of
yeah,
got a new wave into it, and then
yeah,
I think it's just built and built and built. I think I said this before on the podcast. I don't know. I forget where I read this stat. I don't know if it was true, but like Pokemon
yeah,
cards have been printed since like 1996 or something, whenever like the first
something like
game
that.
came
Yeah,
out. And it was, I think it was like 18%, 18 or 20% of all Pokemon cards ever printed were like printed in 2023, which is crazy.
No.
which means
Yeah,
that's
I'd love to see the profit on that.
It's
I do think it could also be because the newer sets that are coming out right now are going to be precedented in like retaining their value because we have we had the 25th anniversary boxes, whatever, however
celebrations.
many years ago. Yeah, celebrations, and those are still hold value. And I know we're going to be having the 30th anniversary coming up relatively soon, so maybe that's why people are hyped up right now. We did have the recent evolutions,
Hmm.
um, and those are some of the famous Pokemon that everyone likes. So everyone thinks, oh, they'll retain their value.
Yeah.
And then we have the new Team Rocket box, which is harks back to an older set. I think it was like the third or fourth
Pretty early.
set that was ever produced. Yeah. So I think that's also like building up to hype. So everyone's kind of just like on the hype train basically. So that's why
Yeah.
prices may have just got skyrocketed because everyone's trying to.
So is everybody? The question is everybody trying to make money, or is everyone wanting the
I
card? That's the
No,
question.
I think a lot of people
yeah
just want. It's. I mean, there's definitely both. I think there's people who just want to collect the cards and have fun, like me and Colton, and
yeah
there's definitely probably some people who want it to like get the best cards to like invest in or whatever and sell them in the
yeah.
future. And then there's definitely a lot of people who are just in it for like a quick buck, where they go to Costco and they buy a pallet of whatever set came out and they sell it for double the price.
Sure. Because I did for
Good
Christmas.
to
My
know.
dad opened up a pack. So I got them for stocking stuffers. He opened up the 151 Charizard. And he's like, it's when your first hit of like getting a good card. You're like, oh, it was that easy, and that's like
Mm.
graded. It's of a PSA 10. It's like $1,000. So he's like, oh man, I should start investing into these then. So it's that joke of like never knowing anything about Pokemon and being like, okay, it's for kids. I'm like, all right.
No,
But I can
yeah.
see that because when I was in the line, I think a few weeks ago, when the prismatic evolutions had like a resurgence of, or not resurgence, but a
Restock.
restock, there was like a line of like it wasn't young people, it was like people in their 30s, 40s, even some older folks. I'm kind of like maybe it could be people just buying stuff for their kids, but yeah, I don't know. It
Is
was
probably it. You probably had the whole
So
range
what
there.
is this? When you know the price of it, is this like what it sold for last? Like, are people? Is there actually like? Can you go and?
yeah. I'm on an Instagram. I follow an Instagram page that has like all of the latest prices that
I get that, but I mean, like, is there not like a official?
there's a few websites. It's there's eBay obviously, and then what were
Yeah,
the other
it's
ones?
all just based off of like auction prices, like eBay stuff, where
Yeah,
it's you look at like the average of
Right.
like the last whatever sold at whatever condition.
Because I would, I'll play the advocate here or
Hmm.
devil's advocate, but that sounds like that would be inflated then if it's through just eBay stuff. Because it's not actually,
Oh well, I
it's
a lot
mean,
of
not like
people
the
a,
do
value of
say
the
to
card is it's a piece of paper, so like there's
yeah.
not actually any value
yeah, but I mean,
technically.
like even then, you know, what I mean,
A
like
lot
you,
of
like if
people
you were
only
like, are you confident you would be able? It's like, oh, I want to sell this Charizard for $1,000, and then you would just get $1,000. Like, would that
to answer
actually?
that.
Hmm.
A lot of people only do refer to what was recently sold for. So, and then if you actually want to go to like an actual convention, then people will look up what was recently sold for, and they'll only pay like 70 to 80% of the actual value because then
Yeah,
they want to resell it. So that's kind of the game of what's the actual value of a card, and it's all dependent again
Either.
on if the card is popular. So,
yeah,
or yeah,
and yeah, and obviously
yeah,
as like
Either.
the card prices go up, Kari, like it'll be harder and harder to sell because less and less people have that much money that they're willing to drop
yeah,
$1,000 on like one card they don't have or whatever.
yeah.
Get you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Could
hopefully
you?
this craziness settles down because I've never seen this
Yeah, it would be fun just to be able to,
madness.
buy a
Yeah,
couple things and open it,
yeah,
have fun, maybe build a set,
yeah,
and then move on. Not have
yeah.
the
Like, what happens if Pokemon is like, oh, we're gonna print 1,000 Charizards?
that would make it
Is it
go
just
down, the
over?
price go down, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
But
I'm
Right?
curious. Yeah,
Because
what
yeah,
their game plan is for that. Yeah,
yeah, they definitely know what they're
there's
doing too. So like, I feel like they would do that. It would be like they would do like there'd be some signifier on the card probably saying that it's from like a different set or something, and then there'd be a different value to it or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Lame people. Thing. I get you.
People suck. I'm just trying to have fun.
Just a bunch of crazy people. Oh, shiny cards.
Yeah.
It's $1,000.
We just need our
Okay,
little,
yeah.
it's our drugs.
There you go. $1,000 for this stupid thing.
I'm gonna turn that into a GIF. Thanks, Kolton.
Yeah. That'll be our emote.
Oh yeah. The more you know. I never got into Pokemon. Probably still won't.
Yeah.
But
So, hey man, there's
them.
always the market for One Piece cards. The first 2 sets are
I saw
insane.
them. I saw
Sorry?
them, but I saw them. They have them here. But I've never been a card collector.
All right,
know.
man, it's just collecting cards. Like, you would have been 10, 15 years from now, you'd be like, oh man, I should have got that Yumi card.
Yumi card.
I don't know, I forget her name. Oh, Nami, yeah, Nami card. Yeah.
Nami, okay. I was like, who's Yumi?
It's a League of Legends character, I think.
Of course.
Oh my god.
How long
King
before?
D Lippy. That's like,
Yeah.
actually, I'm curious. You know what? I'm gonna look up how much a King D Lippy is right now.
A King D Luffy.
Yeah.
A King
Or,
D
sorry,
Luffy.
sorry, not King. His 5th form, or whatever the.
Oh, whoa! Spoilers!
It's on the card. I think we're past that now.
Gear 5.
It's a 10. Okay, it's selling for $200 right now. It's actually not terrible.
Bad. It's not bad.
It's actually really. Oh wait, hold on. Why is this one $5,000? Look. Oh, this is Japanese. I see. So maybe, and that's the thing too, with some cards being worth more than others if they're in different languages. So that could be something.
Oh yeah. What's the? Wait. So, yeah, are Japanese cards more expensive than in general?
It depends on like the pull rates of the card.
Yeah.
Oh right.
And
It
also
gives
a
you
lot
all
of people they only like English cards and some only like
Yeah. And
Japanese.
sometimes the sets are a little bit different too, I think. And then.
Yeah.
Right. If you got like a French Charizard, wouldn't that be pretty cool?
No.
What is Charizard in French?
No.
Is it Lizardon? I think it's Lizardon.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what languages they have Pokemon. I think it's just English and Japanese. And then now I think they just announced on the
No, there's
Pokemon-
more.
Oh, really? They're doing
It's
like
it's in
Spanish
Chinese
now.
or
Oh, really?
Spanish,
Spanish now.
French.
Spanish is a new thing.
Was it now? Oh, really?
They announced
Okay.
it
In
at
German?
the Pokemon Center thing or event.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, that's our show, folks.
That's all, folks.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Thanks
Take
for
it easy.
Leave
Thanks
a
for
comment.
joining
Tell
us.
Calvin you miss him. And please come back to us.
He reads all of them.
He does. He is our comment guy. No, he's not. He's not allowed to.
Comment guardian.
Yeah. All right. We all see you next week.
Take it easy.
See ya.
Bye.